tomorrow, Ellie House. Stay locked in between the lines and Coach Stella.
Like I said before, we made it up to Mentor.
No doubt.
Check out the Cardinals, you know what I'm saying, in their home field. Strongsville Mustangs came in there. Storm Miller in the game. Nice environment.
For sure.
Great facility.
Yep.
Take us away, Coach. What you see from the game?
Like you said, it was our first time being at Mentor and doing the show. We've been trying to get up there for a couple of years. We've been wanting to get up there, I should say, for a couple of years. And so we've finally been blessed to get up there. Like you said, beautiful facility. Atmosphere was good, for sure. And it was a big time football game for the first half. Back and forth. Mm-hmm. Both teams played great. I thought Strongsville played a good game, period. Once the game got a little out of line, that ain't how they want to play football. But Strongsville got the ball first. Shout out to Kendrick Bodie, man. Big time football game. That kid is a player for sure. Only a junior running back. He had a big time game. First possession, fourth play of the game. He take it to the crib. Mentor come right back. They answer. Strongsville get the ball again. Kendrick Bodie again to the crib again. 14-7. Of course, Mentor answer. Go from there. So it went back and forth. And at halftime, it was 27-21 Mentor. Now, I remember talking to you on the sideline. I felt like that last 3-4 minutes of the second quarter of the first half hurt Strongsville a little bit. You know what I mean? Kind of some decisions they did, some clock management stuff. But all in all, they're a good football team. That's my takeaway from Strongsville. They're the type of team I don't want to play when they get closer to playoffs because the weather going to change. It's going to be a grind-out type of game, which fits them. They got a big offensive line that's doing a good job opening up holes for Kendrick Bodie and the young freshman, Austin Tudaliski. They got a dynamic slot. We seen shout out to Alex Espe, dynamic slot. If they can get the ball in his hands a little bit more, that kid can definitely do something with the rock in his hands. And their defense got a big front seven. So if you want to run the ball against them, they're going to be able to match it. So I felt like Mentor, as the game went on, every time they scored, once they took it up, the two-possession game, that's tough for Strongsville based on how they play.
Right.
You know what I mean? That don't kind of fit their game style. So the final score, 55-21, the game wasn't really that much of a spread. You know what I mean? I felt like it was a two-possession football game. Now, Mentor started spreading it out, and it hurt Strongsville because now they got to throw the ball a little bit more, open up the offense a little bit more. Not that their quarterback can't do it. That's just not their strength, how they want to play. They got two good backs with a big offensive line. So I like Strongsville. I like what I've seen. And matchup-wise, depending on who they play, I wouldn't want to play them when the weather changes. They get cold. They get a little bit muddy. So shout out to Strongsville. I was impressed with what I seen. And then on the other side, offensively, Mentor check every box. They got a big, strong, dominant offensive line. Right. They got one of the best backs in the state of Ohio. Right. They got one of the best receivers in the state of Ohio. And like we talked about with Coach Gray afterwards, the kid that kind of impressed me was Brogan Jones, the quarterback, because he just kind of played quarterback. He ain't out there trying to do too much. He know the weapons he got around him, but he made some big-time throws. I remember him making about a 17, 18-yard dig throw to Justin Hodge over the middle right when we was in he put it right on the face mask with nice velocity and zip on it. He made some touch throws. So I like that kid, man. So offensively, they check every box. I would say the one thing I would be worried about with Mentor moving forward is their run defense. We did see Strongsville able to expose that. Now, again, Strongsville got a big, strong offensive line and two good backs. But when you get to the playoffs, you're more than likely going to be playing against the offensive line and good backs. So I would say that's the one thing they got to tighten up. I know Coach Gray got a list of stuff he want to tighten up, but just from viewers' eye being there at the game, offensively, I feel like they check every box. And defensively, I feel like they just probably need to stop the run a little bit better. I thought the secondary played good. Shout out to Xavier and Dunn, big-time corner they got. Had a good game. He didn't get a lot of action. He had a big hit in that game. He didn't get a lot of action, but I like their secondary. I really like their 2 linebackers. They run to the ball and hit, see ball, hit ball. But as a whole, they got to just do a better job defending the run. But all in all, it was a nice football game. Like you said, great atmosphere. I was happy to be there. Our player of the game, Jackson Farley, Mr. Electric, 22 carries, 149 yards, 3 touchdowns. And I really wanted to give the player of the game to another group of kids, but we can kind of only give the player of the game to 1 or 2 people based on what we give them. But the group that I wanted to give it to, I'm going to talk about them later in our PCT Peak Performance segment. But all in all, it was a good performance by Mentor. Got the job done. Coach Matt Gray doing a great job with his staff. And right now, Mentor 7-0. You know what I mean? Looking to tighten up some screws and tink some things as they go into the playoffs. But a good football team with a good coach. And the question with Mentor is, let's see what they do in the playoffs. Not that they can't, but, you know, they fans and even the players, they used to going 9-1, 10-0. They want to win the state championship. That's their goal. So not that we're not paying attention to this. We is, because it's all part of the journey. But curious to see what they do in the playoffs.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a great game, especially in the first half. Strongsville botched the punt, or called a fake punt. It was a botched fake punt.
That was in that last 3 minutes.
It was in that last 3 minutes of the first half, knowing that Mentor got the ball back. So that kind of put them in a position to go down 2 scores,
right,
and then end up making them play a game that was outside of their advantage.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like I said, Alex Expe, he definitely got some sauce. He definitely got some juice. But
no doubt,
once you get in almost a must-pass situation, it was kind of easy to neutralize him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it was easy to kind of like stifle that Strongsville offense.
Yep.
And then add that to the fact that another half of that Mentor offensive line weighing on you, opening holes for.
In the second half, they pick up the pace a little bit.
Right.
They know you wearing down.
Exactly.
Know you wearing down.
And I honestly tell you too, shout out to Justin Hodge, because when he was getting open on them digs, he was so much separation.
Yeah.
It was so much separation.
Good route runner for sure.
That they couldn't put 8 in the box if they wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
they couldn't get away with 8 in the box if they wanted to.
That's the benefit of having a big time D1 receiver. Justin, you owe me one though. I ain't gonna put you out there though, but you know, I know you watch the film and I know you're a heavy critique of your game. But to your point, Justin, for a kid that's a bigger kid, legit 6'1", 190, he crisp, he real smooth, he run good routes. On the touchdown route, the whip route he had on the goal line, he was just real smooth, patient, how he set it up. Kid's a football player. Mine of Ohio getting a steal for sure.
For sure. So he was catching the ball in so much space. Excuse me. He was catching the ball in so much space that opened up them running lanes.
Right.
For Jackson Farley and committee, because they had a couple running backs getting busy, skate up and down that field.
For sure.
That's our Ellie House Game of the Week.
Appreciate y'all, man. Mr. Casella, appreciate you, man. The hospitality was great, for sure.
And stay tuned. At the end of this, we'll have our post-game spotlight where Coach Stella interviewed Jackson Farley and the head coach of Mentor.
Who next?
Moving right
Back,
along.
baby, between the lines with Coach Stella at our Ellie House Game of the Week. The Mentor Cardinals get it done against Strongsville, 55-21. And our player of the game, Mr. Electric himself, Jackson Farley. Jackson, how I feel tonight, baby?
It feels great. I mean, coming into this, we were confident, but also extremely humble because it's a great team they had there, Strongsville. But, yeah, we were confident coming into this, and it feels great to succeed.
No doubt. Now, when you're looking at Strongsville on defense, Storm Miller, Austin Atkins, number 0, I forget number 0, number Braylon, I forget his last name, but they got a nice front 7. What was the game plan going against them guys with that big offensive line you guys got? What was the game plan going against a great front 7 that they have?
Yeah, we came in confident. We came in, we wanted to run the ball all over them. I mean, we know they had a strong defense, especially a front that is probably one of the best fronts we're going to see all year. But, yeah, we came in confident. We wanted to show that we could do whatever we want.
No doubt. Talk about them big boys up front. JoJo LaDuca, Colin Pritchard, the big boy Landry Brady. Just talk about them as a whole. What do they mean to you and what do they mean to this football team overall?
Yeah, they mean a lot to me and this football team. I mean, they come in every single day working their ass off. Sorry, my bad.
You good, baby, you good.
They working their ass off every day. I mean, they come in confident as hell in what we do, and I mean, I love them boys. That's what starts it up front with us.
Right.
Them boys are big, especially Amari and Jabril too, our two guards. I love them boys. They start it off.
Next week, home against Shaker Heights. Home against Shaker Heights. Tell me one thing you want to work on to get better next week, and one thing you think the offense need to work on as a whole going into next week.
I think for me is ball security. I feel like this week in practice, I dropped the ball a few times, but as a whole, as a team, I feel like we need to stay humble, but have that arrogance as well, that humble arrogance. I think that is what it's going to lead us.
No doubt. So, Jackson, I don't know how much you watch our show. I've been saying for a couple weeks, you my #1 candidate in Northeast Ohio for Mr. Football right now. Just talk about how you feeling as far as your game right now moving forward.
I'm feeling great, but I mean, that's Mr. Ohio. That's a cool. That's just something. But we want the state championship. That's what we want. So yeah.
No doubt. You hear him. He got a big game, but he's serious. Before we get out of here, man, we always do shout outs. Jackson, look at the camera. Shout out one person or shout out 100. Baby, give somebody some love.
I'm gonna shout out my mom. She does everything for me. I love her to death.
No doubt. You heard him. Shout out to mom. We got him, Mr. Electric, Jackson Farley himself, my #1 candidate in Northeast Ohio for Mr. Football. Happy to finally meet him, Mr. Electric. We out of here. Between the Lines with Coach Stella. Hey.
Appreciate you, Coach.
Nice to finally meet
Yes,
you, big dog.
sir.
Between the Lines with Coach Stella at our Ellie House Game of the week. The Mentor Cardinals get it done 55-21. I'm here with the head coach, Matt Gray. Coach, how'd it feel? 7-0 right now. Tell me how you feel.
It's great. These kids are unbelievable to work with every single day. They have bought in and worked so hard and come so far and grown so much from when we got started in January on. And the Friday night success is the byproduct of all that sacrifices that these guys have put into. I could not be prouder of these guys and really happy for them because of that work and that commitment that they have. And it's a special group.
No doubt, Coach. No doubt, Coach. Coach, looked like the first half defense struggled a little bit. Going against a good offensive line with pretty good backs coming at you. So they're going to make their plays. It looked like at halftime you guys made some adjustments. Just talk about your play from the defense first half and then carrying over to the second half. What was the difference?
Defense adjusted to it. We knew we were going to take their best shot, especially early on. And we weren't fitting a couple of their runs great, and we weren't tackling very well at all.
Right.
But what did they do? They learned from those mistakes, made a couple adjustments to learn how we got to be able to take this block on, what we have to do here, there, that type of deal, and force that ball carrier to go east and west compared to north and south. And those guys responded really well, and they stepped up really from about midpoint of that second quarter on, and they played tough physical Mentor football there.
Right. Coach, one thing, this is my first time getting a chance to see you guys in person this year. The one thing that caught my eye was the player quarterback Brogan Jones. I thought he was kind of just playing point guard, get the ball to Justin on first down, throw a quick screen here, and we know what 25 going to do. But just speak to how important Brogan has been for you guys this year.
His growth, his development is special, and it's one of those things when you graduate a kid like Scotty Fox, he's special. And there's a reason why he's playing as a true freshman at West Virginia, because he's special. And we told Brogan, we don't need you and want you to be Scotty Fox. You got to be the best version of Brogan Jones. And the thing is, that kid is an absolute worker and a grinder. And he just has such great grasp of our offense and trusts those 10 other guys on our offense. And like you said, he's doing an unbelievable job being a distributor, being that point guard, getting the ball out when we need to do that. And he had a couple poor reads in the run game early on where they were able to chase it down. But what did he do then? He saw it, pulled it, replaced it, and that slowed them down on the backside. And you saw then what happened, that opened that up. And that's a huge part of what we do for that. And just he has just grown so much from where he was at the last 2 years as a freshman and sophomore. And just the biggest thing I can say about him, he is just such a worker and a grinder. And he's pretty special.
That's what you always want in the quarterback. Coach, Coach, last question. I just interviewed Jackson. I told him, I know you don't want to hear this right now. I got him my #1 candidate in Northeast Ohio for Mr. Football. The kid is playing electric, and that's my nickname for him, actually, Mr. Electric. He's just playing big-time football. You know, I'm on the media side, so I can have fun with that. But just speak to Jackson, not only how important he is to the offense, but just to the team and the culture as a whole.
There's a reason why he's a captain. He's a leader for us, and he is he's one of our hardest workers. He's one of our best kids, and he is an unbelievable football player. And he will step up and block like crazy. As you saw it, he can run it, he can catch it. He'll do whatever we ask him to do, and he is just as consistent as can be. And like we talked about earlier, the success he's having is a byproduct of that work, everything that he's put into it. So it's not a surprise what he can do each and every single week, and it's a byproduct of all these guys just working and just they're special, and we got a long way to go, though.
And that's a credit to you, Coach, building that culture, continuing it. We seen Jackson last year. You could tell he worked a lot. He took his game to another level. Looks a lot more explosive this year and a lot more confident. The game all the way slowed down. Coach, thank you so much for your hospitality. Before we get out of here on Between the Lines with Coach Stella, Coach, we always give shout-outs. Look at that camera. Shout out one person, a family, anybody you want to give some shout-outs. Come on over here, sweet girl.
I got my baby girl here, just going to be 5 years old in a couple weeks, Peyton Gray here. So really appreciate her and appreciate that shout out and appreciate you guys coming, your coverage here of high school football.
Thanks for having us. Take care of Daddy, okay? I got 3 girls, okay? Between the Lines with Coach Stella, we out of here. Coach Matt Gray doing a great job here at Mentor High School. We out of here. Hey!
Mario Manningham, stay locked in Between the Lines with Coach Stella.